Got it going on, and it feels so good to be us. Yay! And we got it going on, because it feels so good to be us. Yup, I am live. You know I'm here. I'm here for you. So let's read this right quick. Got my trusty iPad, and this is what's gonna go. This is what we're talking about. This is about gaining subscribers through artificial means. This is from YouTube. Just in case anybody doesn't know, this is exactly from YouTube. I'm reading off there. Okay, gaining subscribers through artificial means. We believe that growing your channel should be done by creating quality content that entices viewers to subscribe, and not through artificial or coordinated exchanges. Offering to subscribe to another creator solely in exchange for them subscribing to your channel, also known as sub for sub, is not allowed. Creators who offer exchange risk losing subscriber numbers, receiving terms of service strikes, or even having their channel terminated. Additionally, services that attempt to boost YouTube subscriber numbers through automated means or via marketplace violate our terms of service as such. Purchasing subscribers from third-party websites, sub-for-sub exchanges and service from third-party websites that subscribe to multiple channels which then subscribe back to you. It's okay to subscribe to a friend's channel and vice versa, or to ask your audience to subscribe to your channel. However, if you do this as part of an exchange, it is not allowed. Okay, this is a sort of a public service announcement. I'm reading this to you. This is to all you folks out there. What's up, Michigander? What's up, Drone Wolf Media? This is a public service announcement to all those people out there who are still doing sub for sub. Like I said, I'm not making this up. What's going on, Marie Duffy? I'm not making this up. I read this off of YouTube's guidelines, terms of service. If you're gaining subs through artificial means, aka sub for sub, what's gonna happen is you may get a guideline strike. You may even lose your channel. You know, a couple of people I've known, or smaller YouTubers who are well-known YouTubers, have lost their channels already and had to start over already. Well-known names. I'm not going to call anybody out. You know who you are. I'm still subscribed to some of you. I support you. I love your content. But the reality is that YouTube doesn't want people gaining subs through artificial means. They don't want the sub for sub thing. Why am I taking the time to say this to anybody? You know, a lot of people know this already. You know, folks that have done the the community guidelines thing, that have read it, that have seen it. They know this, no sub for sub action and whatnot. The reason I'm taking the time to do this is because I'm still seeing people that I'm subscribed to and other folks are subscribed to who are doing live streams, and the live streams are saying sub for sub and sub fest and, you know, do this and do that. And I don't want to see a lot of good people out there, even smaller YouTubers, lose their channels because you coordinating an effort to try to boost people's numbers. Now, if people want to sub and support each other, fine. But if you go out there and you start calling it sub for sub, or if you go to a live stream and you start gaining subs, you know, vastly, you know, then that can become a problem. Me, I have no problem growing slowly. I have no problem, you know, hitting 2,000 next year or 3,000 next year. You know, my thing is, I've been to sub for sub rooms. You know, I'm not going to say I've never done sub for sub before, but you want it to grow artificially. You don't want it to grow artificially. The problem is that the method has happened throughout the course of YouTube's history. Yeah, it has happened throughout the course of YouTube's history, Drone Wolf, but you don't want to get caught up with it now. Once upon a time, what's up, Rebel State? Once upon a time, yeah, the reality is sub for sub was allowed. You know, at one point, it was a way to gain subscribers. It was a quick way to go from, you know, 100 to 400, 500 to 3,000, and no problem. But one of the things that happened was you had some of the bigger YouTubers who started to complain because now you're taking away ad revenue because somebody can do a live stream. What's going on, Lay? What's going on is that you can have a live stream and, you know, you're getting people to get your subs up and get the views, and bigger YouTubers were complaining about this. They were saying that the sub for sub channels were taking money away from them. So this was something that, you know, they didn't really want to happen. And then, you know, advertisers were complaining about stuff like this, and, you know, YouTube was looking at it like, okay, it's an artificial means, it's a way to cheat the system. You know, what's going on, Stoner Grandma? I see you out there. I say the best way to grow is to try to make good content, to make quality content. You know, there's a lot of good folks, even in this chat room, who have great content out there, good content. And you just learn. You learn to promote. You learn to edit. You learn to put stuff out there. What's up, Molly Dolly? Good to see you. You know, just learn to put out quality content, because that's really what YouTube wants you to do. And Drone Wolf, I go back to your point. You were right. There's a lot of things that YouTube used to do. Nobody likes to talk about the fact that YouTube was created off of pirated content. Nobody wants to say how YouTube really became popular. You know, there was a lot of copyrighted content that was uploaded to YouTube in the early days for us that know, what used to happen on YouTube. But we'll leave that alone. But this is YouTube's platform. This is their house. They're the landlords. They're the ones that set the rules in terms of service. As for the purposes of this live stream, yeah, the good old days, Strange Dreams, when you could just upload a song to YouTube and you didn't have to worry about a copyright strike. But then also, too, there were people that weren't getting paid. So things started to change around 2012, 2013, when the large percentage of people started getting paid and allowed into the partnership program. And once money starts getting involved, things get strange and people change and, all that stuff. It's a publicly traded company now. So, they have rules. They have more rules now, more guidelines. The original people that own YouTube don't even control it anymore. So, what are you going to do? It's controlled by Google now. But the point of this live stream is to tell folks that, look, if you're still out there trying to do sub, beware that you may lose your channel. And there's people already, smaller YouTubers, well-known smaller YouTubers, even some larger ones, that have lost their channels because you're saying sub. Like I said, just the other day, I saw somebody come out with a live stream, and I saw the red dot, and I saw sub, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, let me see. What are you saying? Drone Media, I think cheating system is going to those shady sites and paying for subs. Yeah, small creators, small issue. Yeah, no, content is king. And I agree with you, Drone Wolf Media, that basically going to sites and paying for subs, or getting bots and stuff like that. And people still do that. We're going to say no names. I know some people that still do that. That's their business, to each his own. But the problem with that is you create a lot of dead subs. Even the sub for sub situation, you create a lot of dead subs because let's say you gain 400 subs tonight, today, on this live stream, anywhere else, wherever. Now, what are the odds of those 400 people that are going to watch your content and constantly support and constantly subscribe and constantly like and constantly interact back and forth with you, especially if they knew it was a sub for sub live stream or it's a sub for sub channel? And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. If somebody wants to do a sub for sub live stream or sub for sub channel and that's the way they want to do it, to each his own. I'm not judging them because it's an easy way to get your subs up. But the reality of it is that you gain a lot of dead subs, you gain a lot of people who are just there and people are watching your content and they're looking and saying, well, this person has 10,000 subs, but only 50 people are watching. What's going on? That kind of affects your numbers with YouTube and in the algorithm. They start to catch on to stuff like that and they start looking at your subs and they start taking away subs. Yeah, definitely Strange Dreams. If you want subs, do daily videos and change up the content in the videos that you do. Realistically, this is causing people to have to really think about how they want to do things, because what's going to happen is, and I spoke for sub, beware. Beware, because I've seen it. People who are already on YouTube, who've been on YouTube for years, have lost their channels. Well-known people in the community have lost their channels because they were doing sub for sub, or there was some kind of artificial growth, or maybe there was a sub fest or something like that going on. And I get what some people said. Hey, what's going on, Isaac? And I get what some people say. They say, I'm not saying this is a sub for sub channel. I'm telling the people to sub up. I'm telling the people sub down, sub all around. You can do that. But the problem comes is if YouTube sees it in the algorithm and it looks as if there's an artificial growth, artificial gain through, I guess a sub fest or a sub for sub or, a support, that can become a problem. You want to grow organically. And I say a lot of us have done, the sub for sub or community services. A lot of us have done that. But you also see the cons to it as well. You can have a lot of dead subs on your channel. You can have a lot of people who, are just there and you're creating content and it's not really going anywhere. You want active subscribers. You want active supporters. If people sub, you want them to be engaged in your content. And the problem with the sub for sub channels or the sub for sub live streams is that you get a lot of people who are only there for the view count, who are only there for, the subscriber base. They're trying to come into the room to steal subs, to be subscribed to you, and they're not really going to support. Yeah, thank you, Lay. I appreciate it. The more people watch, the subscribers is not. Yeah, no, it is like that. It's like that, Lay. I mean, you have people who come to your channel, and they're asking you, hey, could you, give me a look? Could you sub to my channel? And then you do that, and then you never see or hear from them again. And like I said, I'm not trying to bash anybody or beat anybody down or whatever, but the reality is what I'm trying to say to those folks out there who are still subbing for subbing, right now, and openly subbing for subbing, you're putting yourself at risk of losing your channel. And I'm speaking to the people who have been on YouTube for years, the people who are, well known in the community, for the folks that, are of a benefit. Don't put yourself out there. If they change the terms of service and, you were used to doing business one way, move and do it another way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, don't put yourself in a situation where you lose all your momentum, your hard work, and everything like that. I mean, of course, were things easier at one point on YouTube? Yes, they were. Could you upload content and not have to worry about copyright strikes and, censorship and, the whole sub for sub thing? Of course, that's the way it was, but YouTube is trying to clean it up. As some folks say, they're trying to go Disney now. What's going on, Denny? I see you out there. All I'm really saying is, I hear you out there, Isaac. Yeah, nah, definitely. You just need 12K more views. Hey, that's what's up. All I'm saying to anybody is don't put yourself out there. Nah, Rebel, I'm just trying to tell the truth because there are people out there. What's going on? Disney is awesome. That's funny, Cribs with Fantasy. All I'm trying to say out there to folks is just be mindful of the changes that's going on in YouTube. And if you care about still being on YouTube, if you care about interacting with the community, just be mindful that YouTube is different now. What's going on is that basically the sub for sub thing is dead. And I'm trying to tell people about it, whether you listen to it or you not, that's up to you. Yeah, everybody has their right. Well, does everybody have the right to their own opinions? That's an interesting one, Isaac. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe privately people have the right to their opinions, but when you're in somebody else's space and when you're dealing with somebody else's you could say support for support, but they know that too. You could say sub for sub. You could say support for support. You could say sub fest. YouTube is going to check the algorithm, and this has happened to me personally. You go to certain places and they'll take your subs. I'm trying to tell people, this is not something that's fake. YouTube will start off taking subs away from you, taking views away from you, See you later, Michigander. It's all that. YouTube will take the subs away from you first. Then you'll have people who will drop off because, they was only there for the subs anyway. They were only there for the views to steal and get whatever they can get anyway. Then you have a situation, what's up, Mrs. P? You have a situation where YouTube will start to hit you with guideline strikes and, all kind of threats. And then after a while, they'll take your channel. At the end of the day, I agree with you, Crimson Fantasy. At the end of the day, follow channels that you only want to follow. Follow channels that are going to support you. If you're going to do anything, with people, you ask them to subscribe to you. One of the best way to gain subscribers, which I've seen when I was doing my vlogs, is that you can ask people to subscribe to your content at the end. It's a call of action. They gotta raise the bar, Lay, but some people are panicking about it, and it's not really that hard. You just have to get your content together. You just have to basically figure out how to strategize, edit your content, learn how to promote, put out quality stuff. Even myself, just learn to pull out quality stuff. Just learn to, cater to, what the market is talking about, and, learn to still be yourself and whatnot. Find out what's trending, find out how to be within the guidelines. If you care about being on YouTube, if you don't care, you're a rebel, and you just want to do your own thing, then do your own thing. But my thing is this: one of the best ways to get subs is to put out good content, learn how to edit, right? Learn how to promote, and at the end, you do a call of action. You can do a call of action. You can say like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, those are calls to action. You can ask people to subscribe to your channel. But yeah, exactly. Like, you just step your game up. And there's a lot of people out there who have been getting used to not, you know, having to step the game up. And YouTube is saying, you know what, look, you know, there's a lot of money on the table, and you know, maybe you can't do what you used to do. You know, yeah, they are panicking, Drone Wolf. They are panicking, but it's not something that you have to really worry about. If you are interested in putting out quality content, then this doesn't have to affect you at all. You know, because there's different ways to make money off of YouTube. There are people who get sponsorships. There are people who do affiliate marketing. There are people who have products. There are people that learn to promote. There are people that edit other videos for other people. There are people that, you know, just promote videos for other people. You know, yeah, there's an awful lot of content going on here. You know, what's going on to you? I see Refuse to Die. I see you out there. I'm just talking about gaining subscribers through artificial means. Just to be careful out there. You know, yeah, nah, you carry on until you say you can't do it anymore, Mrs. P. It's all good. Let's say 8 when I sub back, I promise. What? I don't know about that. What's going on, Harry? I appreciate you. What's up, Llama Master? I see you got a new icon in there. But like I said, anybody that's trying to gain subs through artificial means, the sub for sub situation, all I'm saying to you is that you're putting yourself at risk, because the terms of service are out there. The stuff is written, you know, in YouTube's guidelines. You don't have to believe me. You can Google it for yourself. You can find out for yourself. All I'm saying to folks out there who are still doing Subfest, who are still doing sub for sub, who are kind of on the low, kind of doing support, be careful. Because if the algorithm picks it up as if there's a lot of subs going to one person, there's a lot of subs going to the next person, and there's not a lot of active support. See, if let's be real about it. What hurts this, what makes the sub for sub thing suspect is the fact that when people sub for sub, they're not active in the community. If you want to be real, what makes it a problem, and it picks up, I believe, on the algorithm, is that, let's say I say to you, okay, you sub to me, I sub back to you, right? And then everybody else sub back to each other in the chat. I tell people to do that, right? Let's say if I did that. I'm not saying I'm doing it. Let's say if I did that, right? The problem comes is when you do it and then people don't actively support each other on the channels. People don't share each other's videos, you know. You're funny, Roki. When you don't actively support people's videos and watch, that sends red flags, that sends signals to the algorithm. I just say be careful to people. I mean, like I said, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just one man out there. Yeah, you can support each other, but here's the thing that gets me upset about the support for support or sub for sub. I'm somebody that'll really go to people's live streams. I'll go to their videos. I'll reshare their stuff. I'll be in the house. I'm there. And then when you turn around and you're looking for them, you can't find them. So my thing is, on the surface of it, it's not even real. It's just, okay, get the numbers up. You expect me to stay sub to you, but you're not even watching my stuff. And then being sub to you can get me terminated from YouTube. So I'm taking a risk by doing the sub for sub thing with you, and you're not even watching my stuff. You know, so it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So on that level, I'm looking at it like, you know, why not just create good content? Why not just ask people to subscribe if they want to subscribe? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, they watch this stuff. They check this stuff. There's algorithms. There's you know, people that sit behind the scenes and debate about this. Yeah, yeah, no, people will still have the opportunity later to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not the end of the world if you can't reach the guidelines before February 20th. The question is, are you going to step your game up? The question is, are you going to create good content? Let's be real. All of us here who have been on YouTube for more than a year, some of us have put out BS videos at one time or another. Some of us have put out videos that were low quality, that, you know, we wouldn't watch if somebody paid us to watch the video. You like, look, I maybe not, another time. And that's our own content. So when you start looking at other people, you start saying, wow, you know, what is the quality in the community? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's all good, Denny. You check me out. You see if I got good content or not. I'm not gonna say all my content is the greatest. You know, yeah, it is what it is. The man who refused to die. It is what it is. The question is like this: do you really want to deliver quality, or what type of quality do you have? Are you doing what's right? Are you doing what's necessary to be able to monetize and make money off the content that you're doing? The reality is, a lot of us need to step our game up, myself included. You know, if I'm not in a point where I'm monetizing and doing the best that I can, I need to step my game up. And sub for sub is not the way to do it. It's like I've had conversations behind the scenes. You can't build a channel off sub for subs. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what's up, Harry? I see you out there. You know, you can't build a channel off sub for subs. I mean, in the short term, you'll gain subscribers. In the short term, it'll look like something when people look at you. But when you start looking at it and it starts actually making sense to you, you'll say, look, the best subscribers to have are the active subscribers, the people that actually care about your content. I've been to many live streams where people don't really care about my content. They just want me to sub. You know, you just want me to come watch your video. You just want me to come and support you, but it may not come back in return. Yeah, Assets is loving this. Yeah. Assets is definitely loving this, Lay. I could tell you, you know, content channels with poor content aren't going to last anyways. Yeah, or go far. This is true. But I think a lot of the changes and things that have happened, they challenge people. I think the sub for sub, somebody who has to build, you know, a channel off sub for subs is going to have a problem, because now you got to constantly keep subbing and keep trying to do that. Most people I watch found through exchange subs. Yeah, that's one of the ways that you can do it, Tim S420. I'm not saying you don't meet a lot of good people through sub for sub. I mean, I have too. But the question is, how sustainable is it? You know, how much are people going to actually support you? You know what I'm saying? It's like you have some people that you really have that are dope. I have some really dope people that I met through sub for subs, you know, but the reality is, in the long term, in the long stretch, you don't find yourself, you know, in a good place. I mean, there's times when you could get 400 or 500 subs in a week, or maybe in a day, and then you have, you know, maybe 50 people watch your video. You know, sometimes that could be discouraging too. Yeah, exactly, Granny Monster. You want people who are going to enjoy your videos. You want people who are going to really be engaged in your content, who really want to hear and see what you have to say. It can be really discouraging to look at your own subscriber count and you're seeing a whole bunch of people who are subscribed to you, and you're wondering, well, hey, you know, why haven't I met the guideline? Why haven't I met the guidelines, the YouTube guidelines yet, when I have over 1,000 subscribers? Or I got 4,000 subscribers and I'm struggling to make 4,000 hours. That's because of the sub for sub situation. There's a lot of people out there. I say to anybody out there struggling to make 1,000 subscribers, don't be fooled. There are a lot of people out there who are over 1,000 subscribers who have not met the YouTube guidelines and won't meet the YouTube guidelines because they have a lot of dead subs, sub for subs. And I'm one of them. So I'm not just saying this just to, you know, just to talk down to anybody. You can have a whole bunch of dead subs and hey, man, you know, it ain't going nowhere. You want active subs. You want people who actually care about your content. You want that subscriber base. Get to learn your audience. I've said this many times. Learn to respect your audience. Respect your audience. Understand what people want to see from you. Understand what you're willing to do. Don't compromise yourself doing nothing crazy on here. You know, you don't want no pornography or anything on here like that, but that's another story in itself. I may get demonetized just for that word right there. But, you know, whatever. All I'm saying is this. If you care about being on YouTube, if you care about being monetized, getting monetized, or staying monetized, sub for sub isn't the way to go. Buying subscribers isn't the way to go. Any artificial means or anything like that, any kind of collusion, you know, with other YouTubers, you know, just based off the fact that we're on here and we can help each other out, it's not worth it in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It's really one of those things where you got to say to yourself, is it worth losing all of the things that I worked for, you know, just to, you know, gain a couple of subs, you know? Yeah, you do what you want, Lava Monster. I know you do that as well. So it's all good. You know, everybody, you know, don't worry about it. I mean, unless you Llama Monster, he does what he wants. But in a serious note, like I said, you weigh the pros and cons, especially if they're saying that they're going to target these channels. You know what I'm saying? So they'll give you a chance or whatever the case may be, you know, for some channels. But I think anybody that makes it obvious and blatantly puts themselves out there when it comes to sub for sub, you're just asking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? Is this a situation like, what's the percentage and is it worth it? Because on YouTube, the best way to be noticed and whatnot is to figure out the types of videos that people like to see. You got cooking videos, you got how-to videos, you got unboxing videos. Lay did a good unboxing video that I saw today. Yeah, walking on eggshells. That's cool. That's cool. Like I said, there's a lot of different things. You can do comedy. You can do stuff like Road King does. He's dealing with all kind of engines and everything. What's going on, D-Lo Flow? You can do stuff about different commentary, satire, or whatever the case may be. You can do all kinds of stuff on here. I mean, it's really a situation where being on YouTube is about being creative. Makeup videos, yeah, you can do makeup videos. Have a beauty channel. It's a whole bunch of things you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, DIY videos, DIY videos, DIY. I said DIY. Yeah, you could do vlogs, like I said, there's so many things you can do on YouTube. You could do tech videos. I mean, you could do a travel video. I mean, there's so many different things that people can do. Like I said, you can do some kind of a tutorial or something like that. There's so much things that you could do out there, and like I said, doing the sub-for-sub thing or trying to cheat the system. Hey, I mean, I'm not going to tell you, you can't do it. I'm telling you shouldn't do it, but, to each his own. All I'm saying is that if you care about the content, that you have, if you cared about the subscriber base that you build up, if you cared about being a part of the community and on a platform, just pay attention and be mindful that the whole sub-for-sub thing is really not the way to go. Because even if YouTube didn't give strikes out and take people's channels for, having a sub-for-sub, what's the point and what's the use in having a whole bunch of dead subs? Think about it. Let's say you had 10,000 subscribers and out of those 10,000 subscribers, 100 people watched, or, 600-700 people watched. I've seen channels, and not to throw anybody's names out there, I've seen channels where people have 33,000 subscribers and only 30 people are watching. And you're like, what? How do you have 33,000 subscribers and only maybe 30 people, 40 people are watching? Sometimes 2. So like I said, you have a lot of dead subs, or maybe you're not uploading, whatever the case is. All I say is the best way to go is to, upload original creative content and basically, have active subscribers. Yeah, nah, definitely, Rebels. Thanks for the thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. And also, too, I'm glad you brought up the new younger YouTubers, the new younger YouTubers out there. If you're a younger, new YouTuber out there, beware of the sub-for-sub thing, because that could stop you in your tracks even before you get started. It's a situation where I'll tell anybody out there, yeah, sub rooms do get old. It does. What's going on, Vito Music? I see you out there. What's up, Harry Darburn? I see you out there. Sub-for-sub rooms get old because the question is, how many times can you sub to people that's not going to support you? How many times can you sub to people that you probably really don't like? I mean, think about it. If let's say, no offense to anybody that does makeup videos, let's say you sub to 10 people who are doing the same type of content, as far as makeup videos. How many makeup videos do you watch? What I'm saying? Even tech videos. You want it to be a diverse panoply of people that you sub to, but you also want people who subscribe to you and really like your content and you really support each other. Hey, what's going on, Taj Tom? Good to see you come through. So, like I said, for me, I subscribe to different people. I'm in different channels. I communicate with all kinds of people and whatnot. But I say I want it to be an organic situation. I want it to be active subs. I want to subscribe to people who are actually going to come to my channel, even if it's just to say what's up. Even if it's just to say, hey, get your content up, buddy. Or even if we're just going to speak to me in the chat. I want people who are actually going to interact and engage with me and care about me as a human being, as opposed to just, hey, you're just another number. And I need you for the subscriber count or the subscriber base, or what, you help me get more subs, and maybe you'll push me up to where I need to be. And like I said, there's people that do that. To each his own. What I'm saying? I don't judge you or whatever the case may be, but don't be surprised if you have a whole bunch of subs that are really not supporting you. I did a live stream about that way back, fake subs. But it is what it is. I mean, even though what I'm saying, that there's still people that's gonna go out there and try to have a sub fest or a sub for sub, and I'm not knocking anybody. You do what you got to do. All I'm saying to you is this: just be aware that you may lose your channel because of the sub for sub thing. Even anything that implies sub for sub. I just don't want to see a lot of good people out there who are small YouTubers lose their channel just because they weren't paying attention to the whole sub for sub, guidelines and the things that YouTube is going. Yeah, no, definitely. See you later, Vito Music. Like I said, I want people to keep their channels and whatnot, because when you go from not being able to meet the guidelines to get monetized and getting demonetized or not getting monetized at all, that's one thing. But when it comes to the sub for sub issue, now you're talking about being terminated from your channel. And I'll say to anybody out there who knows this personally, it's a challenge to have, a whole bunch of subscribers, a whole bunch of content, and to lose all your content because of, a guideline strikes or something that could be avoided. I just don't want anybody to have a self-inflicted gunshot wound because of a sub for sub. What's up, Brooklyn Babe? I see you. Thanks for coming by, stopping by. Like I said, I'm not judging anybody who does the sub for sub thing. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I've been a part of it at times. I get it as community service. I just don't want anybody to lose their channels now because of it, because things have changed and a lot has changed on YouTube. So just keep your eyes open, be aware, be smart with when you're doing what you got to do. Views are where it's at. I agree with you, Lay. It's a situation where you want people who are actively subscribed to you and actively care about your channel. You want to have a situation where, you're supporting people and they're supporting you. That's the best part about having subscribers anyway, is the active, engagement that comes through the comment section, that comes through live stream, that comes through private chat, that comes through collaboration, that just comes through just the overall, essence of being inside the community. And I think that's what it's about. So, that's where I'm at. And I don't want to get long-winded and talk on forever in the day. So, on that note, I'll say, you know what? Don't do the sub for sub. If you want to keep your content, you want to keep your channel, you want to keep everything up, you just like my accent. Well, I'm not gonna. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny, Tosh. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. Oh man, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one, Tosh Tom. I'm gonna definitely let you have that one. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, my accent is interesting. Is Brooklyn. Thank you, Molly Dolly. Thank you, Tosh Tom. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that one. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I have a response. Tosh Tom. But it's not a bad one. But like I said, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one, Tosh Tom. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyway. Wow, yeah, I was distracted. Sorry, I was distracted. Yeah, I was distracted. That's funny. Anyway, be careful of the sub for sub. Be careful of, just getting yourself in a bad way with the whole YouTube guidelines and whatnot. Just pay attention to it. Constantly stay up to date and stay abreast of what's going on. And what's going on, It's Gaming. Yeah, that's funny. You're funny, Road King. You're definitely funny. But yeah, let me go because I got some things I got to take care of. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Pauline's just living. Everyone's crazy with the YouTube rules. Yeah, don't worry about the rules. Just step your game up. Do what you got to do. Keep your eyes open. Don't stress. Get your content together. Thank you, Lay. Peace to everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being active on the channel. That's what it's about, if anything. Active subscribers, active engagement, sharing, commenting, subscribing because you care about the folks that you subscribe to. That's what it's about. Active subscription. And again, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Active subscribers. No sub for sub.